Hi, my name is Deborah Hovanek. I'm going to be discussing my psychosocial case study from Fieldwork Level 1. My patient was a 27-year-old male with stage 4 lymphedema. This condition caused significant challenges in his daily routine. He could not bathe himself, dress himself. He had difficulty in walking. He couldn't sleep in a regular bed. Sustaining employment was an issue for him, driving, engaging in social participation, so many different factors. In addition to the fact that his mom is his caregiver, which makes things even more challenging for a male of that age. I decided to use the biopsychosocial model as it is a comprehensive framework that considers biological, psychological, and social factors. That's what I used to guide my intervention with this patient. Some of the techniques that we addressed in his intervention session were mindfulness, diaphragmatic breathing, guided imagery. Some of these techniques not only were valuable within the session, but they were good for him to take with him and use in times of anxiety or depression. I also suggested journaling to him as this would help, in a time of emotional distress. Now, for this particular patient, if psychosocial factors really didn't have a huge effect on his occupational performance, we would obviously be just focusing more on the lymphedema. The fact of trying to make sure that we can reduce his edema by getting him in long-term compression garments, using the pump at home, managing any wounds that he has because he has suffered a couple bouts of cellulitis, making sure that he's comfortable with his exercise program to help reduce the inflammation. Um, Another important thing would be to involve his mom, who, like I said before, is his direct caregiver. So if I had to redo any of my my intervention for him, I probably would incorporate his mom a little bit more, maybe focus more on her ability to carry over some of these techniques for his psychosocial well being, make sure that she knows how to guide him into them if he's suffering. This particular case was kind of heart wrenching to see such a young patient going through something that really it plays a big role in his life. Um, but throughout the time that I had the opportunity to work with him, you could see that he was doing better, not just physically, but emotionally. He was able to do a little bit more by the time I saw him last, not only for himself, but, you know, um, he seemed to be walking a little bit better. His lymphedema was a little better managed. So I feel like in occupational therapy, we were able to provide him with the tools, not just physical tools, but emotional tools to help him, you know, perform better for various aspects of his life. I hope I painted a pretty good picture of this particular case. Thank you for taking the time to watch.